per person. All the comments are expected to be constructive and devoid of character assassination. If anyone has a public comment, they can come up to the So way to lift this up, I'll crouch now. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. How you guys doing this evening? My name is James. I just wanted to talk about a couple of things. I know you guys have been having problems with your police department. Peter, I tried to reach out to you so we could talk about it in a more private forum, I guess, and talk about what options really are and aren't. You've never gotten back to me. I guess I'll give you my number again tonight. But it appears that you guys have consistently had problems with your police. And the city, I guess people have talked about reforming your police department, and I just wanted to put it out there. Have you ever considered just completely abolishing them and using the sheriff? I don't know, these are some things, I'm just throwing it out there. I don't know if it's even reasonable to do such a thing. But I'm assuming the police department is a pretty big part of the city's budget, is that right? Probably saved the town a lot of money, abolishing them and using the sheriff's department. I heard recently that Gustin's was robbed and your police were on duty and did nothing about it, and it was the sheriff that came out to help anyways. So, I mean, what are you guys paying for, right? Just something to throw out there. Also, did you know that the new female officer that was hired is on the Brady list? Were you guys aware of that? You guys know that? Okay, do you know what the Brady list is? It means that a prosecutor won't take her cases because she's a liar. Okay? So say your house does get robbed and she shows up to take the report, right? And they want to bring her in to testify in court so that you can prosecute the guy that robbed your house. Well, that's not going to work out because they can't use her testimony because she's dishonest and proven to be a lying bitch. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Please don't use comments like that.
What's that?
I said please don't use comments like
Or
that.
what?
Or I will adjourn this meeting.
You'll throw a temper tantrum and quit if I use free speech? Is that what you're saying, Peter Nieto? Peter, if I wanted you to speak, I'd shove my arm up your rear end and go like this and make you speak.
Mr. Mayor, I make a motion to adjourn.
Have a good night, everybody. I'll sit down. Thank you.
Thank you. I believe you ordered a 60. Yeah. Please. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm a little short. So my name is Agustin Montoya. Thank you, Mr. Mayor and councilors, for giving me a moment of your time. I'm running for the New Mexico House of Representatives. If you guys don't know, in December of 2021, we were redistricted, and now we are all in one district here in the East Mountains and Torrance County. I was born and raised here, and I'm running on that fact because I see you, I hear you. I hear the concerns that we share as a community, and I hear our values. I remember racing the Bean Valley Conference here in Mountainair. I ran for Estancia Municipal Schools. And in doing that and having this knowledge, I'm running for our water, I'm running for our responsible economic development, and I'm running for investments in our roads and infrastructure. I also know crime to be an issue. I think we need to take a comprehensive approach as to how we are going to be fixing these issues that brings our voices to the table and brings rural New Mexico to the forefront. So, my name is Agustin Montoya. I'm 22 years old, running for New Mexico House District 22. I humbly ask for your vote if I can do so. And please, reach out to me. I want to hear what you guys have to say. I want to hear what you guys want your elected officials to do because that is my job, public service. So, thank you so much. And thank you, Mr. Mayor, and thank you, City Councilors, for a moment of your time.
Any more public comment?
Good evening, my name is Destry, and I live in the Estancia area. We just launched, I thought this would be a good place to say this, we just launched the new Estancia News. The last time it was in print was in 1922. Actually, 1921, I think the last day was the end of the year. And so this is a digital first. If you go to stansia.news, you'll see that we're working on it there. Today's, I guess, the soft launch. And the idea is that we're going to, it'll be very grassroots. This is not my day job. It's just something that me and some other guys and gals in the area are doing because we want to be able to get news out to people and that is about what's happening in our area. And by the way, we love our mayor. I see he's here. Does a great job, and I don't know anybody who doesn't like him. I'm sure there might be somebody, but I think part of it has to do with how things are run. I don't know much about Mountainair, so I'll withhold judgment until I get to know you all better. But based on what I've heard, it sounds like there might be some interesting things to cover. So we'll let the story lead to where it will. But yeah, I'm pretty happy in the area that I'm at, and I'll be coming out, and other folks from your area will be hopefully submitting some articles, and we hope that we can report on good things going on, but we will try to report the facts on everything going on, and we'll keep an eye on this story that just came up tonight. So thank you for your time.
That was good, thank you. Everyone else is getting on fine.
You tell them to try it, you know, everybody tries block or something.
I don't block it, can't block it. You want to put it on it? We have a motion to adjourn.
Well, Councilor's comment if I could.
Sure.
All right, I saw the agenda and I kind of halfway expected due to the email I received from Dennis to have newly hired officer Rhonda Salazar on the agenda. It wasn't going to be added last week. He said it'd be added this week. But speaking of what's going on, we received IPR requests that were obtained by Carlos Padilla McMahon, and I forwarded that IPR, all those IPR requests to our clerk, which then spidered it out to all of our council members and yourself. And I don't know why we're still not discussing this, but I like it on public record that the IPR request did come back, that she was on the do not hire list, that she had lied about her employment, times of employment,
Mr. Mayor.
and all that. It is my floor to hold, and I will hold the floor. Thank you, Gail.
The personnel matter.
But it should have been on the agenda, and it's public record. I'm speaking about public record. It's not personnel, it's public record. And you chose not to put it on the agenda. You chose to ignore the public records, an IPR request. I can also send for an IPR request getting the same information that he got.
Sure.
It wouldn't matter if I was in jail or if I was in a highly elected office. You're going to get the same information. We're trying to protect our town and our citizens, and it's being concealed, and it's a concern of mine.
It's definitely not being concealed. As you said last week, it's right there at this point subjective and conjecture, I believe you used. You provided no proof at all.
How so? It's an IPR request from the city of Clayton.
It's a personal matter. I'm not going to discuss it any further, but we did check into it, and there's no evidence of that. If you have evidence, please provide it.
Wow. So you're calling the city of Clayton liars. Go ahead. Wow. It's the same thing. It's the same thing as I'm still on the floor. All right, well, those requests are the same thing. It doesn't matter which one of us in this room would request it. We're going to get the same information. Is it off? We're going to get the same information.
Sure.
So maybe I'll try as a councilman to reach out to them and have them reiterate the information.
Yeah, I actually told you that in the email. You never did it.
Yeah, an email?
Yeah, I told you to provide proof.
Well, the proof was in the email. I did email it all back. I emailed it to the city clerk.
It was one person's opinion. It had nothing, you had no facts.
That email contained all the IPR information. But
No
we
facts.
can, I don't understand. If it's IPR, then it's
You have
public
one
information.
person make comments on that email. No facts were provided at all. Okay, nothing from the DA's office, no criminal, nothing at all.
We should open those emails and look at them in a public forum, a meeting, where in a special session or something. Because you're saying there's not, but the information sits there tangible, you can hold it.
All the counselors received it.
We all did, yes. I sent it to the clerk to have it distributed. the way
What
we-
evidence is there other than one person's opinion?
There was HIPAA request from the HR departments, there was HIPAA request submitted to the chief of police, there was a HIPAA request coming information from the district.
And the only person that responded was the chief of police with opinions.
We should print those and go over those. It's still a concern. And I'll concede if there's not there, then that's on me, but those HIPAA requests were there and we saw them.
Okay.
All right, well, thank you, that's all I wanted for public record that I try to get on.
Are we all allowed to
All right, we have a
comment?
motion to adjourn from Gail.
Are we all allowed to comment on this topic or no?
We are.
Yes?
We are, as Mr. Mayor said.
Yes. You already had your 2 minutes of public comment.
Well, that was for the other.
You have 2 minutes of public
Two
comment.
minutes on each item, don't we?
All right, I'm going to go ahead and adjourn this meeting. This meeting is now adjourned.
If I'm wrong.
Thank you for coming.
I don't know if you are.
Okay. Here in the other, Alex.
Thank you.
Why are you so afraid of the truth, man?
I'm not.
Do we have a motion?
You want me to read
On
the
there,
truth
correct.
right here?
No, I.
Yeah. Yep. You riding with a friend there? Yeah, he's not a little camera shy at all.
I wish I could carry my gun like that without getting arrested for just carrying it.
Actually, I wish our mayor was as good as he is. He's a Stanford mayor. He's actually really good. He's a Second
Anybody who helps the
Amendment,
people and follows the law.
Second
is
Amendment,
great.
First Amendment. He loves it. He really
Because
does. No, I'm good. He's
You know what? You know what we ought to do next time? When he wants to adjourn the meeting, he can leave. Next time Peter wants to adjourn a meeting, he can leave. And everyone who wants to stay, we can stay and continue to discuss what we have to discuss. He's not the dictator here. He gets to decide when.
How's Majito? Good. How are you? He's doing good.
That's fine. Yeah, next time Peter can leave, we'll all stay.
That's why he sets up the good cop, sets up the good to fire the good cop. You know you're on. Next time the people can adjourn, we can stay. Oh no, I was talking to that cop from the very beginning and I knew what happened to the call. And I know he was set up because he.
Sammy shuts down the meeting. he even wants to take his call and go home and all the equipment, whatever, we can all stay seated and say, we're gonna wait for the kid to go to the station and then go along. I don't keep my hand here, check it out.
I think that he also does.
The thing was, I didn't really want to do that. The whole point was, yeah.
He has it.
Yeah. And the whole point was, look, you can say that. I don't think you really want to done by saying ownership. The whole thing is,
We do the same thing.
Well, and if something is on, if there's something on the agenda he doesn't like, he won't put it on the agenda. And he won't, because I try to put stuff on the agenda. And he won't let me talk about it.
You too. Later.
Somebody says something on the town louder, he takes down the whole town.
by the way, here's what some people outside of the town are doing. They're working on getting his bond. He's required to carry a bond in order to be mayor. If he doesn't have a bond, he's not legally or lawfully the mayor. If he does have a bond, you can make a claim against his bond. His bond company will pay it to you, and it's not a lawsuit. It goes against him personally. The bond company pays it, and then they put a lien on his property. He's going to stop fucking around, and we're going to take his personal property. That's how it's going to go.
I can't keep going like this.
He's gonna get somebody killed here, by the way.
I mean, as a single female driving around, am I gonna get pulled over by the cop that sexually harasses women and lies about my husband's shop saying there's drugs in it?
I agree with Tim. Good mayor.
I wasn't sure if it's a hardware store.
No. Or am I gonna get pulled over by the girl that's sexually harassed, which I was pulled over by, and I text Shumi and he goes, don't get off the road, you'll end up on the ground.
That's what Woodard said to you?
No, Mike Shumi, because I texted him and I said, what are they pulling me over on the podium? And he goes, don't get off the road.
All right, well, we're going to film the cops tonight. Anybody want to come? They're not going to be able to do any stops at all without being surrounded by cameras. Anybody
I'm 30 years older than me or whatever, you know, something like that.
No, we're all afraid. Right?
Well, I've got rifles in the truck.
Willie Torres and all those
If anybody
guys
wants to
that
open
are
carry,
there was another
that's okay
Oh,
too.
you're the other. Oh,
Yeah, one was just at my house too.
We do things legally and lawfully, but we don't put up with no shit.
Yeah.
I'll follow you for a while.
I didn't know that. I lived my whole life.
On what's
I lived my whole life and there's no other districts, and I go to.
He sent me screen grabs of it, and if I want to get you the email.
So what I'm going to try and do is print those emperor requests that were submitted that I spoke of.
No, those were her papers.
Okay, got it. You're the one who has it.
Eligibility and hold it.
And that's the non-edited.
Is
My
that was
belief,
the one that you
and I don't
gave
care
me
who
last
this is,
week?
my belief that they're trying to not
Is that
protect
the one you
Mrs.
gave last
Rhonda Salazar. It's my belief that they're trying to protect our chief police in America because I believe they knew that she, because if you do an NCIC background check on this woman, all that had to come out.
Yes. Yeah.
So either you recommend knowing that, or you do your due diligence and you do your job and truly